Welcome to this week's edition of the Gardener's Corner program. My name is Jennifer Brown, and I work for the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. And I do the Family Consumer Science program, teaching people about food and nutrition. I also have the pleasure of working with a great group of volunteers, our Extension Community Association volunteers. They have been around for over 100 years, and this organization has been called a variety of different names. You might remember or heard your mom or grandmother talking to you about Extension Homemakers or home demonstration clubs. They started years ago going out to different parts of the communities across North Carolina, even across the country, teaching people skills, whether it's sewing. They helped a lot teach canning demonstrations out, especially in the rural areas. They even helped get bookmobiles and libraries started in their local communities, getting books from the state librarian sent out to the local rural areas, and they would put those books in their car and drive around and help educate people by sharing books. That's just one of the many things that they did. Years ago, they saw a need to help feed children in schools. And they started by cooking hot lunches for schools. And then the school nutrition program was created. So over the many, many years, you can Google and find out more information about them. But now the organization is called Extension Community Association. And we do a lot of things still locally to help our community. Over the past several years, we help by giving some funds to local nonprofits or groups that need it. We have kind of a donation request form that groups can fill out to request money. And we do a variety of different fundraisers to raise money for our organization. For about 10 years, we did a pinto bean fundraiser. But of course, like many other things, COVID kind of put the brakes on for that. So we are back this year. We recently hosted a free Friday night movie with the Kirby Theater and the Tourism Development organization earlier this month. And this weekend, today and tomorrow, we are doing a yard sale, an indoor yard sale. So you don't have to worry about the weather or anything. So I'm going to kind of show you that flyer real quick. But we have an indoor yard sale. It's going to be here at the Person County Office Building in our auditorium. It is today. It's going on right now, Friday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So come sometime today to the auditorium and see what we've got. And if you can't make it today, then we are going to be there tomorrow as well, Saturday, April 22nd from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So no matter what the weather is going to be like this weekend, you can at least come to our indoor yard sale. We have a little bit of everything, pretty much everything except clothing. We've got cookware and cookbooks and lamps and all kinds of cute little household decorations. We've got china, we've got cups, we've got silverware, toys, games, homemade baskets, canning supplies, a variety of other books, and just what I call knickknacks. We are also going to have a table with some free items. We've got some little goodies or giveaways that we have at our extension office that maybe we don't have enough for a workshop series or whatever. So we're going to have some of those items on our free table. And we're going to have some snacks. We've got some variety of different chips, and I think even some candy bars, some leftover snacks from our movie night a couple of weeks that we're just going to be selling for $1. You can't go to the grocery store or even a gas station nowadays and get chips or candy bar or anything for $1. You can't even go to the Dollar Tree and get anything for just $1 anymore. So come on out today and tomorrow to our indoor yard sale at the Person County Office Building in the auditorium at 304 South Morgan Street. And please help our Extension Community Association by helping us raise some funds so that we can give it back to the community. We have done donations to groups like the needleworkers, the Roxborough Reunion Scholarship Program. We have our own scholarship program. We've given out donations to the Ronald McDonald House, the Boys and Girls Home in Lake Waccamaw. That's our state charity. We gave some money to the Children's Home in Oxford. We've given money to the Roxborough Police Athletic and Activities program there. So lots of different organizations we've helped. We've given out school supplies to kids the past couple of summers. We've given out hygiene kits to local kids. We've done a variety of different things, and we want to continue to do all of that. And this is just our fundraiser to help do that. So please help us so that we can help other local groups in the community. So that's just one of the events that we have coming up, but we have a variety of different workshops as well. It is that time of year where we are doing canning workshops, as well as we are getting started with our diabetes prevention program. In fact, just this week, we had 2 informational sessions for our diabetes prevention program. We are trying to recruit new participants for that program. It will get started at the beginning of June is when we have it tentatively scheduled for. This program is for individuals who are not already a diabetic. It's for individuals who maybe be pre-diabetic or borderline diabetic, or even might just be at risk for diabetes. Maybe you have family members, maybe you have different conditions that might make you more at risk for diabetes. These informational sessions, you only need to come to one. We've got a variety of them. So we've already had 2 this past week, but we have 5 more, with the next one next Thursday, April 27th at noon. Again, it will be here in the Person County office building in our one of our rooms, one of our kitchens in room 166. And we will be providing information about this program. So we're going to go over what the requirements for the program are. We're going to go determine if you're even eligible to be a part of the program. So there are a couple of eligibility requirements. We're going to give you information about the program schedule, because it is a year-long program, but it's spread out into about 29 or 28 sessions throughout the course of the year. We do them weekly, and then we go to every other week, and then we go to once a month. So we spread out throughout the entire year, so it's not as overwhelming as it might sound, but we have very good rates about reducing people's risk of diabetes. So you can just come and learn about the program. That's all these informational sessions are. We're asking people to register, so you can call the health department by calling that number on the flyer, but it's 597, 2204, extension 2277, or you can go to go.ncsu.edu/diabetes info. That is where you can go and register. But if you can't register or can't call, you can always show up at one of our informational sessions. We will be here providing information about that program. But there's a lot of good things in that program. And remember that 1 in 3 adults have pre-diabetes. Are you the one? And if you are, and you want to prevent it from going into full-blown diabetes, then this program is for you. But if it maybe seems like it's a little too intensive, we have some other programs and other things that we can share with you as well. But this is the best one. That's the most intensive and has the best results out of all of them. So, and as I mentioned, it's canning season. We have already tested pressure canner lids for individuals. So if you have a dial gauge pressure canner lid, you can bring it up to the office. Just drop it off with your name and telephone number. We just need the lid. We don't need the whole pot. We will test it and make sure it is, the dial is calibrated correctly and it's good to go. And we will let you know. But we are also doing 2 different workshop series. One of them is a virtual series where it's just purely informational. We will provide information on a variety of different types of canning processes. We've already had 2 of these workshops. We did an introduction to canning, and we did the water bath canning workshop this past Tuesday night. But if you're interested in either of those, we did record them, so we can share that recording with you if you're interested in. But we still have workshops on pressure canning, freezing, sweet spreads, and fermentation. And you can just scan the QR code, or again, go to our extension office, go to our Facebook page, which is our Food for Thought at Person Granville FCS, and you can find the registration link and the QR code to register for that virtual series. And you can just register for one or two of the workshops. So you don't have to register for all of them. You can just pick and choose which of the topics interest you. And again, if you've already missed out on one of the other ones, then just email me and let me know that you are, or shoot me a Facebook message. Let me know that you are interested in getting that recording. And now to take that information and also turn it and use it into hands-on learning. We are joining up with the Orange and Caswell County Extension offices to offer 2 hands-on food preservation classes. So as of right now, we have a water bath canning workshop scheduled for next Tuesday. It is completely dependent on if we get enough people registered for it. But these 2 workshops are going to take place at the Orange County Extension Office building in Hillsborough. So you will have to travel just slightly. They have a nice new extension office building there in Orange County with a snazzy kitchen and plenty of space for us to kind of all get around the kitchen island and learn and actually get your hands on to take the information that we taught in the virtual series and put it into practice. So if you're interested in that workshop, you need to register like today so that we can decide if we're going to be having that class and move forward with the water bath one that is next Tuesday, April 25th at 6 p.m. The cost is only $10. And you can bring that money up to the extension office here at the Person County office building today to register for that program. And water bath canning, again, is for those high acid or acidified foods. We're going to talk about transforming delicious fruits into jams and jellies for your own home or to give away. They make wonderful gifts. Later on in May, we are going to do the pressure canning hands-on session. And I know that this one is one that probably maybe even more people are interested in because some people are a little cautious about pressure canning. But don't forget to register for the virtual series to get the information of how to do it. And then when you come, we're going to kind of give a review of that information very briefly. Then we're going to come together and take that information and get right into the kitchen and practice that pressure canning hands-on. But the pressure canning is for low acid foods such as meat, poultry, seafood, and all of our vegetables. Okay, we're going to learn about the best practices when using this method, as well as making sure you're doing it safely. And that workshop will not be until Thursday, May 25th at 6 p.m., also at the Orange County Extension Office, and the cost as well will be only $10. So we definitely hope that you can get registered for one or both of these classes. You can just choose one or even both of them, but get by today if you're interested in the water bath canning class, okay? Or give us a call before you drive out and we can let you know if we still have spots available for that class series. So those are just a couple of the programs that we have during the month of April. Again, we've got a variety of different things that we're going to be doing. Each month we do a variety of different workshops. We have a lunch and learn series that we typically host once a month. We do it in person here at the Person County office building. It's $5 to attend those lunch and learns. And we provide a nice, healthy, delicious lunch for you as well. We just hosted the in-person one for April. And it was on financial wellness. So if you missed that, we are going to be offering it virtually next Tuesday, April 25th at noon. If you want to get registered for that workshop, again, all of our flyers, all of our registration links, all of our QR codes are either on our extension website or on our Facebook page. And you can go to I always point to the wrong side. You can go to the QR code here to scan to register for any of those virtual workshops, the virtual lunch and learns. Or you can also check us out at Person Granville FCS. We are on Facebook and Instagram, and that will give you the registration links and the QR codes to all of our other series that we are offering there. And then, of course, you can always just come up to the extension office and we can help you register for any of those different programs. Okay, so you never have to worry about that. So again, the financial wellness workshop, we're going to be providing information on how to get back on track with some of your financial goals. We're going to give you, teach you how to adjust to a fixed income when maybe your circumstances change, or just learn to control your normal monthly finances. A lot of us were, struggling before the pandemic and before inflation, just, making it from month to month. And now it's just become even worse. So we want to provide information to help you do that. So we're going to take a brief break and get a word on from one of our sponsors.
April is here and spring is bursting open. T.G. Brooks Supply Company is ready and they have them in. They have tomato plants, cabbage, broccoli, collards, lettuce, and Brussels sprouts. Also herbs like basil, chives, thyme, oregano, dill, cilantro, peppermint. They have lavender. They're geared up for the planting season. April is the month to really get things going for spring and summer. Fresh garden seeds are in and ready to plant. Reseed your lawn with clean, fresh grass seed. And they have the fertilizer, lime, herbicides, and for weed control. And if you need mulch, they have mulch even in triple ground mulch. Do you need straw? Pine needles? How about potting soil, planting soil, or cow manure? They have aerators for rent. No matter if you are a homeowner or if you are a commercial landscaper, T.G. Brooks Supply Company handles everybody with the same courteous service. They can arrange delivery, or you can pull in with your pickup truck or your car, your trailer. They'll load it up, get your mulch loaded up for you. The bag products like pine mulch, they will load it in your car or trailer. It's exciting to see the spring 2023 season. And April is exciting. April is the growing season. Make tracks to 411 Helena Maria Road in Timberlake. Phone them at 364-3016. Don't forget the dog food and kennels. T.G. Brooks Company has proudly served the farmer and those in construction all the way back to 1936. They welcome folks from all over Person County, Rougemont, and northern Durham, and of course southern Person County to T.G. Brooks Supply Company.
E.B. Harris Auctioneers, NCAL 1468 announces a cattle auction to be held Saturday, April 22nd at 10 a.m., taking place at the Granville County Livestock Arena, 4200 Kennedy Mill Road in Oxford. It's the complete herd dispersal for Ryan Wilder. For terms, to see pictures of cattle up for auction and more information, log on to ebharris.com or call EB at 252-257-2150. Be it in person or online at ebharris.com. That's Saturday, April 22nd at 10 a.m., Granville County Livestock Arena, 4200 Kennedy Mill Road in Oxford. E.B. Harris Auctioneers, the complete auction service. For more information, log on to ebharris.com or call 252-257-2140. Again, that's Saturday, April 22nd in Oxford at the Granville County Livestock Arena.
Welcome back to the Gardener's Corner program. I'm Jennifer Brown with the Family Consumer Science Program here in the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service at Person and Granville counties. So I just want to remind you, I mentioned at our program that at the beginning of our program that we have a yard sale that is going on today and tomorrow. It's going to be at the Person County Auditorium today, Friday, April 21st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and tomorrow from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So come, and no matter what the weather is, it's going to be an indoor yard sale, so you can shop to your heart's content and not worry about the weather or any of that stuff. But we have a variety of different things except clothing. We will also, everything's reasonably priced, ready to go. We will have a table of some free items as well. So if nothing else, that's just, good to come and check some of that stuff out. And we will also have some snacks available for purchase too. And all of the proceeds from that will go and benefit our Extension Community Association, which is a group of volunteers that works to give back to the community with a variety of different community service projects. You can come and talk to us about all the different projects we've done. You can also learn about possibly becoming one of our volunteers and joining one of our ECA clubs in the community. They do a variety of different leadership programs, community service, educational initiatives as well. So it encompasses a lot of different things, and we want to be able to give back and help the community. And this is just one of our fundraisers that we're doing this year. So we hope to see you there at either today or tomorrow in the auditorium at the Person County office building. So now we're going to talk a little bit about stretching your dollars. Okay, we understand that, inflation is, has been rising for a while, and it's not getting any better. It's probably not going to get better for a while there. So we want to give you some money saving tips, because April is kind of financial management month, and we want you to be a little bit more aware about where you're putting your money, how you're using your money, and maybe how to stretch some of those dollars, specifically your food dollars as well. So one of the things is just asking other people, what are some of your money saving tips? Going around asking some of your, 3 to 4 people or of your friends, what do they do? Because they might be doing something that you don't do. And if you come to our indoor yard sale, I'm going to be there all day, both days. So come in and pick my brain with financial questions or diabetes questions or just any food and nutrition kinds of stuff, even canning stuff. Come on and bring it. I'd be happy to talk with you. But learning some different things. One of the first things that I tell people is stop throwing money away. And you're probably like, what? I don't throw money. Who would throw money away? That sounds so crazy. Well, how many of you probably have some food that went bad that's in your trash can right now? Food waste is determined by the behavior of consumers. Each person wastes about 273 pounds of food each year, which is about $165 billion annually total. Okay. So thinking about that, it's $390 per year, about $1.07 per day. Households purchase about $936 of food that they do not eat each year. Of course, countries like the US, who have more sufficient food supply, maybe not everybody individually does, but as a country as a whole, we have a pretty good food supply system. We tend to waste more than other countries, of course. Most of that money is your meat and your poultry and your fish. About 41% of that is your meat products. 17% is our veggies and our fruit, and then 14% is our dairy. Now, I would say I probably do more veggies and fruit, or even, milk spoils or something like that. I very rarely throw meat away, except how many of us throw leftovers away? So it could be that way. My meat's not going bad, but I cook it and I just don't eat all the leftovers, and then I end up tossing it. I try not to toss too much for the simple fact that, my dogs will eat it. But I try not to feed them human food as very, very rarely. Kind of thing. But I might feed some of the critters out in my woods or whatever with some veggies or fruit, but or the chickens will eat a lot of things. But trying to keep my dogs healthy and not feed them human food. So a couple of ways that you can manage your food budget, first and foremost, is plan ahead. Plan your meals. Don't just go to the grocery store when you're hungry and buy all the stuff that you don't need, or you have good intentions, to cook meals and then you end up throwing it away. Or, look at your weekly schedule. If you have a crazy busy week, then you don't need to be planning to cook homemade meals every single night. I want you to cook, but it could be simple stuff. It doesn't need to be like a 3-course dinner. It could just be, I'm going to buy a bag of frozen veggies. So even if I don't get to it this week, it's not going to go bad. The steam bag veggies, they're very quick. I'm going to buy the minute rice or something like that doesn't take a lot of time, but at least I'm not going and spending my money out. Because that can get very, very costly there. Shop smart. Just because something's on sale doesn't mean I need it. Do I even need this? It is cheaper typically to buy in bulk, but if the food's going to go bad before I can eat it, then why am I buying a bulk bag of, say, apples? If you're not going to eat that many apples just to save a few pennies, why are you buying extra? Improve your storage area. Sometimes we forget that things are in our fridge or in our pantry because, oh, it got stuck in the back or it got shoved down here or whatever. You know what? I saw something on online the other day. It was kind of a suggestion that it said, take all of your condiments and stuff that typically we keep on the doors of our fridge, take all of those and put those in the drawers in your refrigerator, and then put the fresh fruits and veggies on your door so they're readily accessible. You see them, and you see them before they get bad, and you don't forget that you have them. So that is a possibility. I mean, the drawers are supposed to be there to help keep things crisper or to help with the humidity because it's a little bit more warmer at the doors because you're always opening it. But that is a suggestion though, out of sight, out of mind often happens. And you forget that you bought something with good intentions and you shoved it in your veggie drawer and it sat there and the place that things go to die oftentimes. So figure out what works best for you, but always take food safety into consideration to making sure that things are staying cool enough, that you don't have meat next to raw veggies or raw fruits or any of that stuff. Planting your own. We have, I know Johnny Coley, our horticulture agent, he is on here a lot of times with our Gardener's Corner program, and he does our gardening program. I believe he taught a gardening basics workshop this week, I think at the library. And if not, he's always teaching a variety of different gardening workshops around, and he has a lot of information that he can give you as well. That is one topic. Don't come to our yard sale this weekend and ask me gardening questions. I will say, here's Johnny's card there, but you can call either our person or Granville County Extension Office and ask for either Johnny or I to get information about whether it's cooking or him, it would be the gardening, but planting that. Maybe buying seeds because plants can be a little bit more expensive than buying them in seed form, but you're going to have a better rate of growth from plants than you would seeds as well. That's my little basic limited knowledge of gardening. And then just cooking smart, thinking about, okay, I've got this vegetable and I've got this vegetable. Can I put them together? Whether it's just putting my corn and my lima beans together and kind of having a succotash. I've got some, red baby potatoes and I got some sweet potatoes. Well, why can't I cut both of them up and roast them together? Or butternut squash and sweet potatoes? Or can I have a dish that incorporates kind of all of it? We have a variety of different recipes that we can help you with. Remember that every week in the Oxford Ledger and the Roxborough Courier-Times, I have a food for thought article with just a little bit of information, but every week there is a nice, healthy, delicious recipe there for you. And I try to put where I got that recipe from. I get it from a variety of our extension programs from whether it's NC State University or universities all across the country. So I try to let you know which website to give you as a resource that's just one of the healthy, delicious recipes they have. Go check out their other ones too. But if you have specific questions, like I say you've got several different things planted in your garden and you want to know a recipe to incorporate some of these different things, something different. So it's not the same old thing. Because I know we plant a lot of zucchini and squash in our gardens, and, even just about a month in, it can get very, boring sometimes that, yay, we're having zucchini and squash again. So when you have that in your garden, you want to have different ways. I'm gonna grill it this week. I'm gonna put it in a stir fry this week. I'm gonna roast it this week. I'm gonna bake it this week. I'm going to put it inside a soup or stew or lasagna or casserole or something. I'm going to make a breakfast casserole with it. I'm going to make a breakfast burrito with it. I'm going to put it on a pizza. There's so many different things for different fruits and veggies, and we can definitely help you with that. If you have specific chronic diseases, say you have heart disease or you have diabetes or something like that, we have a variety of different programs and handouts and materials and all kinds of information. Again, please feel free. I probably won't be able to give you that information this weekend at our indoor yard sale, which is today and tomorrow at the Person County office building. Again, we'll be there today from 10 to 4 and tomorrow from 8 to 12. But you can come and give me your name, your mailing address, and your email and tell me what you need. And next week I can shoot some packets of information or grab a kind of a goodie bag of information for you as well. So these are just a couple of suggestions to help you do that. So when you're doing your meal plan, and we're going to go into each of those suggestions just a little bit more, but when you're doing your meal planning, look over the weekly specials. I personally, I go to Food Lion. I'm not promoting any particular store one way or the other, but because I'll go to Walmart sometimes if they've got certain specials or sales. But Food Lion has a weekly circular. They have an app that they will send me either an email, or I can go into the app and it will tell me, here's the weekly specials. It'll give me coupons that I can add to my MVP card for things that I typically often buy. It will let me know about the weekly specials. So I'm like, ooh, I wasn't going to buy that this week, but it's on sale this week, whether it's drinks, chips, something like that, that will be good for the next week, canned veggies, any of that. So that I can plan ahead a little bit. And I'll use that meal planning to try to figure it out. And I will then take that list of what's on sale and I'll make me a grocery list. I have a separate grocery list app that I can do, but you can get just a piece of paper and a pencil and it's perfectly fine. We might even have some grocery list little templates for you guys this weekend at the yard sale to pick up, so that you can kind of make a little grocery list and put it on your refrigerator and separate it out, veggies and fruits and meats and dairy and whatever else, and then put miscellaneous. And if you have more food in that miscellaneous category, maybe you need to redo some of your thinking when it comes to making sure you're getting proper nutrition in your meals. Maybe you need to make sure you're putting some fruits and veggies on your grocery list there. I don't clip coupons, but that's why I use the different apps so I can add coupons to my MVP. I use their Shop and Earn program to save money. And the Food Lion associates can tell you about the Shop and Earn, and they can help you register for it. You don't have to have the app to do the Shop and Earn. You can just have a normal MVP card and they can help sign you up for all the other stuff. So just let the grocery store, maybe the manager or the customer service desk, know that you're interested in that and they can help you do that. So don't feel because you're not tech savvy or you don't have a smartphone that you can't participate in these different programs. They definitely will help you do that. I put my grocery list using an app because that way I always have my phone with me, because there are so many times that I go to the grocery store and I forgot my grocery list. That piece of paper, it's sitting on my counter right next to where my keys were, and I just completely forgot it. So I always have my phone and my grocery store app too. I can share it with the other members of my family so that if I'm at work today and I'm going to the grocery store afterwards, they can be adding things to the grocery list throughout the day. So everything's on that list. They can be very specific and not just put milk. I'm like, do you want a half a gallon, a full gallon, 1%, 2%? When you say cheese, do you want it shredded, grated, a chunk, reduced fat? What do you want? They can do that. And we have iPhones. So the app that we use is AnyList. Again, you can just Google grocery store, grocery list apps on whatever phone you have, and it'll get a variety of different things. It was just kind of one I found. It's not, again, I'm not promoting any particular app, but it's free and it works for what we do. For that, making sure that you don't forget to look in your pantries there, and that you're looking at the different items, the staple items that you have, so that you are not purchasing things that you already have. Don't forget to include fruits and veggies. Again, fresh, frozen, canned, dried, any form is great. I will often put all three or four on my list, and I typically try to eat the fresh stuff first. And then for the rest of the month, I can focus on my canned or frozen stuff. And that way I also typically always have stuff on hand if there is some kind of a disaster. And whether it's a thunderstorm and I lose power, or if it's inclement weather and snow, or just any kind of things. And try to ask your family to help you with those meal plans too. Get the kids involved here. We're going to take another break and get a word on from another one of our sponsors. And we'll be right back for the rest of our Gardener's Corner program.
Do you have those annoying potholes in your driveway? Need some driveway regrading? Or maybe you just need some new gravel? Give JT Allison a call. Jody has been in business for over 25 years, specializing in driveway grading and hauling gravel. He also does all types of small tractor work and some backhoe and bush hogging work. Jody strives to do a top-notch job and to make sure that you, the customer, is always happy. Whether it's a small job or a big job, we have multiple truck sizes to accommodate your needs. Here at JT Allison, we appreciate your business. Check us out on Facebook at JT Allison LLC or give us a call at 336-583-6250. Jody and Kim Allison. We are rocking the county one load at a time.
Loftus & Sons Land Services can handle grading, landscaping, forestry, mulching, field edging, and cleanup, as well as driveways and gravel. James Shorty Loftus and Jason Loftus are the owner-operators of Loftus & Sons Land Services. You can call James Shorty Loftus at 336-592-6381 or call Jason Loftus at 919-282-4780. Whether it's grading, landscaping, forestry mulching, field edging and cleanup, or driveway and gravel work you're needing, call Loftus & Sons Land Services. Call Shorty at 336-592-6381 or Jason at 919-282-4780. That's Loftus & Sons Land Services.
Welcome back to the Gardener's Corner program. I'm Jennifer Brown, Family Consumer Science Agent with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service in both Person and Granville counties. I am here to talk to you about a variety of different things. Before the break, we talked about shopping on a budget, and we want to make sure that we are providing information for you to do just that. But before we get started in that, we want to remind you what we've got going on today. In fact, right now going on at the Person County office building. The Extension Community Association, our group of volunteers that I work with, we do a variety of different leadership programs, community service, educational programs within the community. You can come learn more about our ECA program because we've been around for over 100 years, and your mom or grandma or whoever might have been in one of our groups years ago as well. But we are doing our a fundraiser. We're doing an indoor yard sale. So don't worry about whether it's hot or cold or rainy or any kind. We don't have to worry about that today and tomorrow. But we are at the Person County office building today from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we'll be here tomorrow as well from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. And we have a variety of different things, pretty much everything except clothes. We have, cookware, cookbooks, lamps, household decorations, Chinaware, cups, silverware, toys, games, baskets, canning stuff, books, and what I just call knickknacks and miscellaneous. We will have a table of some free stuff. We have a variety of different things. I'm just kind of we're all just kind of cleaning out here, trying to provide some different programs. So I sometimes give out some My Plates or some meal planning stuff. So come check out our free giveaway table, see what we've got, as well as we have some snacks available. We'll have some chips and I think some candy bars available to sell for only $1. You can't even go to the grocery store or the vending machine or the gas station nowadays and get chips or a candy bar or anything for $1. So come and help us raise some money so that we can in turn give that money back to different organizations within the community, as well as do some of our own community service, giving hygiene supplies, school supplies to local kids, helping families at Ronald McDonald House, helping children at the group home, the children's home in Oxford, a variety of different programs that you can come and learn about ECA and see if you want to join one of our ECA clubs. We're always looking for new members. I always call it my adult 4-H clubs, because they're very closely linked and very similar there. So we're going to get back to talking a little bit about our shopping smart and shopping on a food budget, So one of the things too is to remember to buy it in season. So we are starting this time of year to start getting stuff out in our garden, whether it's, it's almost strawberry season where you can go pick your own. But then all the gardens will start coming, all of the fruits and veggies. So buying stuff in season is when it's cheaper. So this is the time of year soon that's when you're going to want to buy strawberries. And then eventually it'll be, peaches and watermelons and blueberries. And then we'll get into, grapes, or the fall season, pumpkins and squash and winter squash and all that kinds of stuff. It's always cheaper when it's in season. And there's the farmers markets, local farmers markets. There's the local produce stands. There's one in Timberlake. There's, some out here in the Roxborough area as well. There's a couple of farms that you can go pick your own. Buy more when it's on sale. Use it or store it, whether it's freezing it or canning it. We have some virtual and in-person workshops that we're doing on food preservation. So again, you can come to our indoor yard sale today and tomorrow to ask me about some of those and get some flyers or even register for some of those programs. We do recommend that, of course, you don't shop when you're hungry. You make fewer store visits. Try to just go to the grocery store once a month. Make a list and think of all the things that you kind of need over the course of a month, or maybe even just 2 weeks, or maybe just, some people just do once a week, but just the more times you go, you're going to buy more other stuff. You always go with a list of I only need 5 things. I actually went the other day and I told my daughter, I said, we only need these 5 things. She's like, okay. And we'll leave with 50. No, we didn't. We left with 5 things. That's all we needed there. So trying to do that, making a grocery list and actually sticking to it. One of the ways that I do that, if I am able to, I will go to the grocery store by myself. I don't take anyone in my family because they always want to grab some of those extra munchy things that, first of all, probably aren't as healthy or nutritious for you. So I'm trying to keep them out of the house. But they, especially the kids, don't understand the financial side of things, that how much this adds can truly add up. They would love to go out to eat all the time, and they don't understand that, 5 people eating out to, even at a fast food or somewhat cheaper place is still very expensive. Even before inflation, it was expensive. Now it's just gotten worse. So I do try to shop alone. Comparison shop, look around stores, look around stuff, but even just in bulk. If things sometimes are not always cheaper. I went to a grocery store the other day, and they had, I passed by and it was like soft drinks. 24 pack was $13.29. Or they happen to have a weekly special that it was buy one, get one for $8.99, a 12 pack. So I can get a 12 pack of soft drink for $8.99, buy one, get one. So then I'm getting a second one. So I'm getting technically 24, 12 packs for the cost of $8.99. Or I can go over here and buy an actual 24 pack for $13.29. Made absolutely no sense. But someone who wasn't paying any attention would have seen that 24 pack and be like, if this hadn't have been on sale this week, the 24 pack probably would have been cheaper. Again, remembering not to waste our food. Just because the bulk bag of apples is going to be cheaper than buying individual apples, if I'm not going to eat that many apples, or if they're going to get rotten before I eat them, then I don't need to buy that bulk bag. So keep it simple. Buy food in the simplest form. So when you buy it and it's pre-cut, it's pre-washed, it's ready to eat, it's been processed, whatever, that's going to cost you more because you're paying for the convenience. If you want carrots, the cheapest way to get them is in the full-size carrots. Or you can buy them in the baby carrots and it's going to maybe double the price. You can buy them already shredded or chopped in slices or whatever else. All those things are going to cost more. Just like if you go and you want some potato chips, buying them in the big bag of potato chips is going to be your cheapest route. But if you're buying them in individual servings, that's going to be more expensive. But it's a kind of a thing to think about. If you have a problem with portion control, or you have a problem stopping when you need to stop eating, you just keep eating out of the bag of chips. It might be better health-wise for you to buy it in the small bags because it's already prepackaged in a good portion. So what I try to do is buy it in the big bulk bag because it's cheapest, and then buy some Ziploc, store brand, whatever bags, and snack bags, sandwich style bags, and take that bag of chips and pre-package snack bags for myself. It's going to take more time, but it's going to save more money. So you have to determine what is your biggest issue. Is time or money? I always tell people, I'm like, you can't have it both ways. You can't complain, I don't have enough time and I don't have enough money. You can pick which is your one top excuse or what's your one top issue. They're not excuses. They're both legitimate reasons. But what is your one issue? If money is more of a problem for you, then buying it in bulk, or don't buy it at all, but buy it in, in the big package and pre-portion your snacks out. Okay. I often tell people we make time for what we want to make time for. People often say, I don't have time to exercise. I don't have time to meal plan. I don't have time to whatever else. I'm sure I waste plenty of time on my phone, or maybe watching TV or streaming something or just whatever else. I can find the time. Okay. Oftentimes I can find the time. I may not want to. So that's why I say you have to kind of pick which is your one thing. And it can vary. Sometimes it could be, you know what, I'd rather pay the difference. There are times that I will go and I will buy something already pre-cut because I know my schedule is crazy this week. And to save me a little sanity, to save me a little time, I will spend that extra money. It is worth it to my mental health to do that. Other times it's not. I do not have the money. I'm just going to have to either suck it up, buy it already pre-cut, or I'm going to have to buy it, not eat it fresh. I'm going to have to buy it in a can or in a freezer bag because that way it's already pre-cut for me. And you can typically find it actually in a can or frozen, oftentimes cheaper or just as cheap as the fresh. And when I say fresh, it's not necessarily the freshest because it could have been sitting on a truck or sitting on that grocery store for a week and a half or 2 weeks or something like that. The freshest stuff is either out of your own garden or from a local farmer. Those are the two freshest. Other than that, the canned and the frozen were picked at peak freshness time, and they were immediately flash frozen or canned, and they are just as nutritious. The nutrition between the fresh produce section and the canned and frozen, there is no difference. Okay. Some people do have a difference of taste. Maybe they can tell the difference. Like I like fresh, or I like frozen versus canned. Again, pick what you like and what's within your price range, but you have to take all of that into consideration there and kind of, process it out there. Again, some of the big box stores are not necessarily the lowest price. You might be able to get it in bulk, but those chips or whatever might go stale. We used to go to BJ's or Costco's or Sam's or Walmart or whatever else and get stuff in bulk, and we couldn't eat it before it went stale or before it went bad. So it was not worth my money. I was throwing money away. So I had to determine, that didn't work. I need to do it a different route there. Don't forget some of your convenience stores, or what you call them, mom and pop stores. We have a lot of little produce stands, the IGA Market, the TG Brooks store that have a lot of good products, some fresh produce or canned and frozen sections. So no matter what time or section of area, the Dollar General that's in the Timberlake also has some fresh produce available. So it's not just the main two like grocery stores. We have more than just Walmart and Food Lion. Okay. Don't forget the other places there as well. Check out the prices there. Or again, it might not be that it's cheaper, but there's no point in wasting gas money or your time driving 20 minutes into town to get something that you're going to pay 50 extra cents for at the store. Okay. So, again, look in your pantry, look in your refrigerator, look in your deep freeze. I have plenty of people, I just don't have the room in my freezer or my deep freeze. Do you have stuff in there that's several years old that probably is not, good quality anymore? It's not a food safe issue, but it becomes a quality issue. It becomes where it's, it's been frozen and maybe it's thawed, or it's been freezer burned or whatever else. So make sure that you're also monitoring the temperature of your refrigerator and freezer. You can get those at your local grocery store, or when we do our food safety programs here at the Extension office, we give out thermometers to different individuals too. So we can show you what they're supposed to look like and what you need. But take into consideration all of the different things: the fresh, the frozen, the canned, the dried, all of that. Again, if you're interested in planting your own, we have Johnny Coley, who is our horticulture agent in both Person and Granville counties. He can help you get started or learn more about gardening basics, how to get a vegetable garden going. If you don't have garden spaces, we can teach you information about growing herbs, maybe indoors or container gardens. You can grow different things in pots, such as tomatoes, herbs, lettuce, peppers, all of that kind of stuff. If you if you're not currently getting food assistance, but you think you might want to look into that or find out if you're eligible, our extension office has the More in My Basket program that we can connect you with, that you can call and speak with our toll-free operators at NC State University, which is our land grant university that we work out of. They can go over that application process. They can actually ask you all the questions and help you fill out the application to determine if you are eligible for food assistance, which is formerly known as food stamps. SNAP benefits is what it's called now. So we have a variety of different workshops and programs that we have throughout the month of April and May and even June. Again, our virtual canning series, our in-person hands-on canning classes that will actually be at the Orange County Extension office, but we are joining up with them to offer that in-person workshop. We have monthly lunch and learn workshops. We also have a extension at home series. I am teaching a workshop in the beginning of May on sleep. So we want you to sleep like your life depends on it. We're going to talk about how your sleep routine can affect or just your normal daily routine can affect whether you're getting a good night's sleep, why sleep is so important to just your overall health, to managing your chronic disease such as diabetes, and how you can develop good sleeping habits. We teach these extension at home workshops once a month virtually on the first Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. I happen to be teaching this one, but it's a group of extension agents across the district that have workshops scheduled throughout the entire month or the entire year. But that is our May, when you can go to that website or scan the QR code on the screen to get registered for our extension at home series. And last but not least, as I've said it multiple times during this hour, we really, truly hope to see you at our extension indoor yard sale, which is taking place right now from 10 to 4 today at the extension office or the Person County office building in the auditorium. So if you don't know where the auditorium is, it's the room that people go vote in on voting day. It is the first room you come into right when you come into the building from the Long Avenue side or the Morgan Street side. You come in and either it's right there in front of you or it's right there on your left. You don't have to go up any stairs in the building when you there. If you park around on the Board of Education side, you can come immediately up the stairs or use the elevator to come to the A level, the auditorium, and come and see what we've got. We've got a lot of goodies, low, reasonable prices, as well as we will have a free table of a variety of different items and snacks for sale. We are only taking cash or check. We do not have the availability for credit cards, but we hope to see you today and tomorrow at our indoor yard sale. Thanks for tuning in this week for our Gardener's Corner program. Again, Don't forget that our Eventbrite page, if you want to register for our virtual workshops, you can scan this QR code and find out what we've got coming up. Or you can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Our handle is at Person Granville FCS. It's our food for thought page, and you can get all of the registration links, all the QR codes, all the flyers, all of the upcoming events about what we've got going on. You can also message me any questions, or if you want to get on our monthly email blast, I only try to email once a month. Here's everything we've got this month. And if you want to get on that email list, you can let me know when you come to the yard sale this weekend, or shoot me a message or shoot me an email, and I will add you to that. Thanks so much. And we're going to get another word on from one of our other sponsors. Take care.
South Boston Memorials, located 1439 Seymour Drive in South Boston, Virginia, has been in business since 1958. The Myers family of South Boston Memorials believe that every life has a story. For 4 generations, their life work has been to present and preserve that story for our prosperity to hear. Allow South Boston Memorials to tell yours. South Boston Memorials has granite memorials, markers, and mausoleums, over 300 in stock. In-house laser etching is available at South Boston Memorials, and they can also make pet markers. For memorial benches, vases, and monuments, call on South Boston Memorials at 434-572-3859 or visit their website, sobomemorials.com. That's 434-572-3859. South Boston Memorials is located 1439 Seymour Drive in South Boston, Virginia. Like us on Facebook or visit the website, sobomemorials.com.